If we can't tell the difference between twerking for little kids in skimpy outfits at the library and a pastor preaching the gospel on Sunday, then we do not possess the rational faculties and the moral conscience to govern ourselves.
There was a piece that was published today by David French regarding the anti-groomer bill, the parental rights and education bill in Florida. The left calls it the Don't Say Gay bill. He accuses conservatives of being anti-free speech. In fact, he calls conservatives hypocrites for trying to control what teachers are instructing children in the classroom, given that conservatives generally support free speech. So my question to both of you is, are conservatives hypocrites when it comes to these parental rights and education bills?
Are we hypocrites because we don't want the kindergarten teachers to trans the kids? That's the question.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think so. I don't think it's in the free speech tradition of America to preach transgenderism to 5-year-olds. I have a test. It's the What Would Washington Do test. If you talk to the founding fathers, you said, do you believe that you founded this country to protect the sacred right of weirdos to indoctrinate 5-year-olds into transgenderism and other assorted ideologies? I don't think they would have said, yes, by golly, that's why we fought the revolution. The question on David French saying that conservatives are hypocrites regarding free speech because we don't want kindergartners learning about transgenderism is silly to me because, one, kindergarten classrooms are not exactly a rollicking free marketplace of ideas where we're discovering new scientific technologies and things like that. No, you're learning your ABCs. But furthermore, even on this issue of academic freedom, there is no right of a teacher to teach whatever that teacher wants in a classroom, specifically to kindergartners. It's funny to hear that kind of a question here at the William F. Buckley Jr. program. The conservative movement was founded with a book called God and Man at Yale. Everyone remembers the title. Few people remember the subtitle, which is The Superstitions of Academic Freedom, which he put in scare quotes. He said that academic freedom is a hoax, that it's a superstition that was merely instrumental for the left to get rid of all of the old norms. He quotes the former Yale president, Charles Seymour, who says that skepticism has utility only when it leads to conviction. Later on, Bill Buckley was having a debate with Leo Chern on Firing Line. Buckley said, I do not want a more open society. I want the society to be considerably more closed. He used the phrase epistemological optimism, by which he meant that we can know certain things, we can settle certain things. And Buckley said he felt no desire to protect the rights of a Nazi or of a communist. David French infamously defended Drag Queen Story Hour on the suggestion that if we don't protect the right of drag queens to jiggle around for little kids, then by golly, they might not let us go to church on Sundays. And, well, first of all, the left has prevented us from going to church on Sundays for about the past 2 years with the COVID lockdowns. But even beyond that, if we can't tell the difference between twerking for little kids in skimpy outfits at the library and a pastor preaching the gospel on Sunday, then we do not possess the rational faculties and the moral conscience to govern ourselves.